Right, so I'm going to stream a load of Fallout London again as usual because I'm really enjoying this and it's huge, so easy thing to stream while just chatting with people. Right, Nat, hope you're alright. Right, I want to go to a trader though. I think if I go to my other thing, I've got a couple of traders down there, haven't I? Number Right, Saint. Yeah, good, thanks. I've got a minor ear infection, but that's getting better with each day. It's not one that needs antibiotics or anything. It's just one where, like my ear was blocked, and then obviously I think some water got behind the earwax and then sort of infected the ear, so the ear's clean now. It's just waiting for the swelling to go down. That's good. Yeah, I still want to get a new PC, but I probably ought to start saving for it in all honesty, rather than just thinking, oh yeah. But I was going to wait till a couple of like new bits of tech came out, because that's the problem if you get a PC. If you want to get one that's good at the time, sometimes there's stuff just down the road that would be a lot better to get. So yeah, I might wait until this new like generation of GPUs out or whatever, just to see if it makes the price change a fair bit. Yeah, you wouldn't want to wear a greatcoat in 30-degree weather. Right, so yeah, I want the traders from this place. Basically dump any ammo and armour I don't need.
You've come to the right place.
Let's see what you have.
Here's what I've got.
Right, my weapons. Don't want that one, that's not my good one. Hans's pistol is the one, the East German one's the best one. These two Brens I don't need, they're surplus ones. Don't need those Molotov cocktails. I might just sell the sacrificial blade because it's not that great. Was that blaster? That's not a unique one, is it? So I just sell that. I'll get money. Ammo. Let's trade that for ammo then. And machine pistol I might sell as well. I'll get rid of that combat shotgun because if I start upgrading the combat shotgun again, I'll do the one that does the energy damage, turn enemies into goo. I'll get rid of the hazmat suit. I'm not going to wear it. Already got a pith helmet. Right, Peter. Only if there is any updates to talk about, Saint, because at the moment there isn't. Effects I don't need, is it? It's the yeah, pre-war money. Actually doesn't have enough for it. If I do one pre-war, two pre-war monies. Okay. 2, 6. I might as well put a load of my stuff I don't need into my storage container, so it's not weight. This one. Right, so let's put that shotgun away for now because I'm not going to be using it anytime soon. Yeah, there's two shotguns. That shotgun I might sell. Okay, I'm not going to sell that one, I'm going to keep that one. Sell that one. Sell that one. Sell that one. That roundel coat I think I need for some quests, so I'll keep that for a bit. That's my miss. Right, can't even remember this thing. The coasters I can't store because they're stat things, but I can store, what they call it, the records and the magazines. Coasters now, yeah, and quest items. Right, good. Alright, Roger. Yeah, Fallout London is very cool. Yeah, again, you don't want to bottleneck a system, do you? That's the thing. Because I remember when... Was it the old card I had? Was it an RX 480? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Like AMD's card that came out a while ago, like the 480 a few years ago. And people were saying then, who's ever going to need 8 gigs of VRAM? Like, that's stupidly, you know, like you're being conned into paying more for a card because 8 gig of VRAM. And 8 gig isn't considered very good for GPUs anymore. So yeah, it's one of those things that I don't see why future-proofing a system's a bad idea. I don't know, Saint, because like I said, I just tighten all the straps till they feel tight and then I don't have that issue. Is it like the shape of your chin in it or something, or is it knocking into something? Right, make sure I've just got nothing else on me now. Weapons workbench, is there any of these I can do any more upgrades to? And gun nut 4 for that next one, so I can't do the next one to that. Might as well stick the artillery barrel on there because it increases the range. I need some oil and wood for that shoulder stock, but that increases the accuracy. Kind of tempted to put a suppressor on that, but then it lowers the range or something, I think, if I remember right. That's pretty cool, yeah, so you can put a lot more CPU into it. So yeah, it just loads stuff faster and everything, does it? Because yeah, it's got a lot higher specs, I guess, going on with it. And where's that combat going on near my settlement that everybody's, is that it? Oh no. I don't think they broke any of my settlement, at least. Right, I've got the perk now where I can see every marker on the map. But yeah, obviously I've not visited all these places yet. So if they're greyed out, I've not been there. If they're, oh, so you can't, that is actually an area you can go in, because I thought looking at that was a big crater area you couldn't get into, but obviously there is a way of getting there. Maybe it's later in the game. So I thought that was meant to be like the bomb crater where the bomb went off, but maybe not. Have I missed the outskirts bunker that's right down there? Yeah, let's put a marker there and then go to there then. Ah, Vauxhall. Nice. So yeah, my plan is on this stream. Oops, a few of these foxes.
Come, companion. Victory awaits.
Oh, they had a lot of health, those foxes. They don't normally give you, yeah, they don't normally have that much health, will give you that much XP. Alright, so let's go to this bunker place I hadn't discovered before. So that's, yeah, down there to the east. How does it look like it's not actually put that marker on top of the bunker? Because that's showing a different place to where the symbol is. That's weird. Yeah, I'll just remove that marker because it's not actually put it where I told it to. maybe on this bit, or... So the bunker's behind that hedge there, right? Let's find where the entrance is. Yeah, because there's East German spies in the game and things like that. Although this is probably the best Luger in the game, because it's the one you get from an East German ghoul during a quest with an East German submarine. So it's just like way higher damage than the normal Lugers. So this gun, it's one of these kind of like broken guns, because in terms of you know, like it just does way, like probably like 3 times as much damage as the regular Lugers per shot, and I've still got a slightly better receiver if I get my gun that high enough I can put on it. So when I next level up, I ought to do that. There's actually a shelter down here. Let's have a look. Alright, and I've got a big bottle of water. Bought some more canteens because not army canteens this time, but just standard like sports sort of bottles, because with it getting really hot, I need to stay hydrated and not forget to drink. So. True. Oh, I've got all the textures working properly now as well, so when I was playing it before, people might remember like a load of the textures weren't the right textures, and what that was is it turns out you can't install the Fallout 4 high-res patch with Fallout London. It's kind of in the middle, so the annoying thing, Rajiv, is it would have originally been an external room, which would have been fine, but the problem was at some point, I can't remember if this was before or after my dad bought the house, I think it was before, somebody had a conservatory put onto the house, so now you've got like a conservatory, so the windows don't open up to the outside, windows in this room and another one in the bedrooms, just open up onto a conservatory, which I guess is nice if you want to sit in a conservatory, but it's not nice in terms of it trapping heat. And even if you open the conservatory windows, the wind doesn't kind of go through both rooms very well. But yeah, anyway, so the high-res texture patch for Fallout 4 breaks a lot of the textures in Fallout London. So if you don't install a high-res patch, all the things that are reskinned things from Fallout 4 now look correct. So there's no stars and stripes, for example, they're all Union Jacks. Because there was like loads of items, it's like, oh, did they forget to texture that? But no, it's because of that patch like takes priority for some reason over Fallout London. It's still the wrong way around for skimmed and semi-skimmed though.
It's amazing what they used to make before the war.
See, like that called Weetabrex actually says that on there now, rather than it just being a reskinned Fallout 4 thing. Because yeah, the problem was before was apparently anything they've completely added that's new, that's not a reskinned thing, is fine. The problem was anything that was also in Fallout 4 that they've renamed and reskinned, like done a new texture for in this mod, is then where you start getting the problems. Because that was where, you know, like it would then load the Fallout 4 high-res textures over the top of the Fallout London ones. So yeah, like the ammo tins now say British military on them and they look a bit rusty rather than looking like the green ones from Fallout 4. So it's amazing actually just how... EM2, I'll take that, why not? Just gonna resell it. But yeah, it's amazing how many textures in this are actually redone, like, you know, where they've remodeled and redone just normal Fallout 4 textures. So yeah, it's a lot more immersive now because there's nothing that seems to be out of place. So yeah, it wasn't, yeah, so there we go, look, that's actually a Union Jack now, not a Stars and Stripes. But as I was saying, it's not the mods developers' fault, it's just a problem that, yeah, this doesn't work with the Fallout 4 high-res patch. Because, yeah, annoyingly, you still get some low-res textures like those floors, but if you fix those by installing a high-res patch, all of those things then suddenly change into weird new, you know, like the old Fallout 4 assets. I'm at the very south of the map. I'll show you in a second. So I got the perk where it shows me every point of interest on the map. If you go into regions, say like Hackney or Camden, then you get like loads more stuff to look at in those areas. They're kind of like their own mini maps for some of the boroughs. But yeah, I am not too far from Biggin Hill Airport. Traveller campers at Gypsies. Let's see if there's some qualified gypsies. Unless it just means like a caravan. I don't know. But yeah, now I've got that Explorer perk, it means I can look around. I'll go to Bromley College as well, because that's just my east. See, there's like loads of stuff I spotted that I missed just before, even though I went to objectives really close to them. Because that's the nice thing with the Fallout London map, is it's very, very densely kind of populated with locations, unlike, you know, I'll say some of the Bethesda things, as wide as an ocean, as deep as a puddle, where there'd not be, you know, much to see in certain areas, but in this there's, like I said, lots of actual locations, some of them which have interiors as well. The shopping centre in Bromley, the Glades is in here. So I showed one of my friends that who lives in Bromley, and he was like, oh yeah, they've modelled part of it correctly, but they've obviously just made the entire mall one section of the real mall kind of thing, so it's a lot smaller in game. Again, with a mod project this big, that makes sense. They've done stuff like that, you know, like they get the kind of landmark bits right, and then scale it down so it's a better size for actually being in the game. Oh, another combat rifle. Yeah, I know, it's very close to Kent, because my mate, his aunt lives in Kent, so he visits her quite often, because he doesn't have to travel very far. CDV 700 look? Well, it's a reskinned one for this, because if I, hang on, deal all the enemies, and then, it says empty safe, so you have to break into that then. I want to get up on that roof and see what gear they have. It looks like it might be quite good. No, Fallout London is a mod that a few people spent a few years making. Well, I think it's quite a big free, you know, like, so it's a free mod that's just made by a really big dev team. Okay, so I guess I have to get on the roof of Bromley College. But no, yeah. There's literally, other than people like giving them money on stuff like Patreon, there's like no money earned from this essentially. No, they've always been misty. If I've seen the plates and that sold separately from the vest, people normally always want like £100 plus for the plates. So it's one of those things I've never bothered buying the official ones for them, because, you know, I'm not paying that much money, you know, for essentially what's a bit of surplus. Yeah, because they do that, Rajiv, with like GTA and all the games. Like, even when there's stuff that's based on real life stuff, they scale it down so the distances aren't so. It's like if oh, I'm nearly dead from that guy there. Look, he's got quite a good gun. Quick, shoot him in the face. There we go. Right, I need to stim pack the shit out of myself now. What gun did he have then? Oh, just a standard gun. He did loads of damage with it, though. Oh, I've admits have cloth in, don't we? So take those. Oh, texture breaking there. Look, two textures phasing through each other. Yeah, what I was about to say is Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator are probably the best examples of that. So like they have all the major cities and that in a country, but like an in-game mile is not the length of a real mile. So if your truck's going like say 60 miles per hour, it's not taking you, you know, you're not doing 1 mile in 1 minute. So it's essentially like everything's kind of scaled down. So even though it says you're doing a mile, like it's a lot less than a mile, if that makes sense. So it's just basically the scale of everything, isn't it? Where because yeah, I don't think people would like games like, well, some people would still like them, but yeah, Euro Truck Simulator wouldn't be as fun, would it, if you actually had to spend several hours to several days doing an actual contract. Okay, so there was nothing else to see here, was there? Because that was just the guys on the roof that we took out up here. Right, there's somebody actually else here. So they're down below. Is that down below? That bit. There's another room you can get into, so I don't want to break my legs.
No point leaving anything behind.
Oh, I didn't go too well, but I didn't break my legs either. Oh, there they are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it depends on the type of game. Yeah, because I did realise with Flight Simulator, when I got the more recent Flight Simulator, the one that, you know, is a really cool, like, kind of where they've made the map realistic, because it like has like 3D scans of buildings, doesn't it, and all that, the newer Flight Simulator. But the cool thing with that one is, yeah, if I wanted to fly like from the airport that's relatively close to where I live to, you know, it's like a little airport for Cessnas, not one for big planes. If I went off of that like airfield and I went to say the centre of London, even though that would only be about an hour on the train, it does take, you know, like 30-40 minutes of getting the plane in the air, flying in a straight line and that. So they should using one of the really stupidly fast jets. If you're in like a little Cessna, like there, the times are realistically slow. Anyway, what was that building I just discovered? Do it yourself, or was that Nadia's trade post? Let's see what that next place was to the north. Completely wrong direction now. Oh, trade post. Is there actually a trader here then? There we go.
Welcome.
I have no clue, because if it's Desert Flecton, it's definitely not going to be USMC, is it? So unless it's some sort of weird airsoft kind of like, you know, not actual real ones, and that's why it's a different camo to what it says on the label. I don't know. Just got 353 caps, which isn't loads, but actually I don't know why I always sell my ammo first, because the ammo is the thing that doesn't take up weight in this, because I'm not playing on hardcore. Right, I was going to sell that one, wasn't I? Right, that's that one sold. I want to get rid of both the combat rifles to just pick them up because they're not too bad a price to sell. What's that police truncheon? Chance to stagger on hit, but only does 17 damage, so I'll sell that. My apparel, officer's cap, sell that. I was going to sell the poisonous one, wasn't I? Oh, that's only worth about 31, so yeah, let's just sell that. Right, there we go. That's most of the bits sold I don't
Till
want.
next time.
Ah, cool, yeah. When you say Dean, do you mean the working charger? Do you mean the ones for the decimeter pens? Because, yeah, I've got a couple of different ones. Because the thing is with the decimeter pens is the British and the US ones both work on each other's thing. You know, they're like a close enough size that... Well, I think as well Britain did use some of the US produced ones during the Cold War. But like a British charger will work fine on like the CDV pens, for example. And the CDV pens will charge fine on the British decimeters chargers. But like, say for example, with the Russian ones, like Soviet ones, they're a bit thinner, so you have to get like the Soviet type charger because otherwise they won't fit. Yeah, nearly daily when I'm not working. Yeah, recently I got a really interesting US Old Navy thing. I've done a very brief video on it, I think, but it's a US Navy Radiac, whatever it's called, that goes up, was it 5,000 Rontgen it goes up to? It's something really, really scary it goes up to. But yeah, I can only just about get the needle on that to move with my X-ray sort of camera thing, X-ray tube. You can do lower ranges on it, depends which probe you plug into it. You then select the right range for that probe. So it has like an actual Geiger counter probe for the lower radiation ranges. And then, is there another weapon I was going to try out? Oh, my Bren's quite nice. Got a nice little scope on it. I might just melee the foxes then. Is there another fox somewhere? Do it yourself, so it's going to be a B&Q place, is it? Type thing. Or not. What is it, that building down there? Oh no, that's just a dead fox against a bit of the wall. I thought that was a workbench type thing then. Right. Oh, speaking of pizza, I'm tempted to get pizza again tonight. I won't go all on it on this stream, but I had some really good news earlier. I did tell Rajiv in a private message, but it's like, you know, like news I was really hoping I'd get. So, I think I might as well celebrate for that, although I am going to need to start saving a load of money up again for another, like, real-life sort of thing, but it's the sort of thing I'm happy that I can get the chance to, you know, do it, so. Oh, that's really cool, because, yeah, Dean, I was seeing a thing where it showed the old way they used to recalibrate, like the CDV, say, 715s, and it's like a massive, like, leaded kind of cabinet thing where I guess it has a check source of a known strength. So basically you calibrate it by opening up this kind of thing, which I guess blasts it with cesium-137 or similar. The CDV device I would really, really like to get, Dean. I'm going to have to look up the name of it. Is it the 718? It's the one that's like a digital display. I know there's a couple of variants. Like there's a... Yeah, CDV 718. Because there's like a US Army Radiac that's like the green version of it that's in RADS. And it's in Rontgens on the CDV 718. AN VDR2. But I know there's a couple of variants because I know some of them can actually click and others can't. But that looks like one of the best kind of dosimeters ever built, but sadly I have never ever seen those for sale outside the US, or like, you know, even with a US seller actually saying that. I've looked on international selling sites. Yeah, the reason those machines are so gigantic isn't because anything inside it is that big, it's all of the shielding you need around the radioactive source inside. Because, yeah, they're the type of radioactive sources in there for calibrating a 715 that, you know, would fry a person pretty easily. Yeah, I have to go see if I can spot one of those Geiger counters again, because I meant to pick it up to just spin it around. It's like, yeah, I'll go back and do it, because what's his name's on, yeah, Dean, because you're on, I'll see if I can go back and find where that Geiger counter was. I didn't pick it up, did I? If I did, I can just get it up now. I think it's in MISC, isn't it, or junk? It's junk, I think, in this. Because it's just one that... Oh, I did pick it up, good, right, okay. Inspect, there we go. So there's a weird thing in this that looks like a CDV 700, but with a, like an alpha probe kind of thing on it. I have seen those with those sort of probes on. But the thing is, that apparently is manufactured in Britain, and it's got some British stamps on it. But the funny thing is the ranges on this are completely different. So although it's 0 to 5 Rontgen per hour, like you'd normally expect on a range, it's off, times 1, so 0 to 5 Rontgen per hour, times 10, 0 to 50 Rontgen per hour, times 100, 0 to 500 Rontgen per hour, and times 1,000, 0 to 5,000 Rontgen per hour. So sadly I don't think a little unit like that can do all those ranges, because if it could that would be really cool, but I just thought that was a nice kind of retextured thing that isn't in regular Fallout 4. Yeah, essentially it's a 700, isn't it, where they've just changed some of like the text and the values on it. I don't think, if I remember right though, does the CDV 700 actually have the 0 switch there? Because that's like how the 715 does it. Again, they probably just looked at a load of cool old dosimeters and like radiation detectors and gone, yeah, that will do. CDV 700. So I know this CDV like 715 and all those. Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing, yeah. That would be where the headphone jack is there, yeah. So the 700s, or am I looking on the wrong side for that? Get up on images, because there's loads of 715s in that coming up when I search 700s. Yeah, no, the 700 doesn't have the 0 thing there, does it? That's for the like 715 and the others, 720 and that. And the radiation range on this one, times 1 times 10 times 100, would be what you'd have on a CDV 715 as well. You don't have a times 1000 on it. Because yeah, the times 1000 is the range that the US Army Radiac I've got goes to. Yeah, and with a Geiger counter head, you wouldn't normally be measuring in entire Rontgens, would you? Because if it's times 1 scale, only like that first little bit where I've got the mouse would be yeah. So really, that should be an ionisation chamber, I guess. But no, it's still cool. I still like the fact that they've put the effort into model stuff like that in the game, even if it's not completely accurate. The best... I've only got one of these CDV pens, and I can't remember who sent it me, but it's the best one I've got, is the one that does the milli-Rontgen range, because it's actually practical for a civilian to have it. Because I can put it next to a radioactive sample, like come back in an hour and see how much like dose it's absorbed. And if I'm playing about with X-rays, when I say playing about, I mean using in a really responsible way, but, you know, having fun while doing it. When I'm doing stuff like that with X-rays, that is actually really good as a personal dosimeter, because it gives you an idea if you've been exposed to anything. Because obviously something that's in like the 0 to 100 Rontgen range isn't that useful for actual casual radiation kind of contamination. Ministry of Defence. Churchill Library. Let's see what's in here then. That's a shame, Rajiv. I know with Homebase they used to be part of the same group that Argos was in, and then Homebase was sold before Argos was to, I think, a separate seller, if I remember right. So I don't think it was Sainsbury's that bought Homebase, I think it was another company. Because Sainsbury's definitely bought Argos, but I'm pretty sure it was another company that bought Homebase. The thing I did like with Homebase as well is they sold some plants in there as well. So you could actually buy like pot plants and that in Homebase, which is actually probably what I bought more in there than anything else. Yeah, like I said, I used to work for Argos, and it's a shame because there's no more of the big like shops where everything's kept in a basement sort of thing, is it? And again, they made the mistake that they thought they'd do well competing with Amazon, but directly, which wouldn't work because they couldn't undercut Amazon. Argos worked when it was more for like people that just wanted to physically go into a store and buy something in the store on the day. Did the last message you put that showed up was that looks like a 700? Annoyingly, were there any other ones? I think you said I think they're 742s. Not near my display now to check. But if you did other ones, YouTube's hidden the messages annoyingly, like it sometimes does, where it just decides random messages break some sort of their special rules. I don't know what the bloody rules are, but you know, it's just really annoying because people try and tell you something and it just hides their messages. But because it shows on other people's screens, like the person making a message that they've gone through, they think you're purposely ignoring them. Because again, a stupid system YouTube has. Because I wish with a system like that, it just did a thing where it says your message has been considered spam, you know, like try again or something, rather than just basically telling you the message has shown up and then it doesn't you know, show up. That sounds like the real British government then, banning books. Do you have a licence for that book? Soon it's going to be apparently. Do you have a licence to retweet that? Play the role of book, please. reading these and I'll chat with people again. But yeah, book police definitely sounds like something the government would do. Fahrenheit 451 and all that. Firemen are actually people that burn books. We haven't got to the stage of burning books in this country yet, but I certainly don't like the authoritarian tint that, you know, is coming to the government, because that's what a lot of people said when we had the riots and that. They'd use it as any excuse to start banning more and more things, and it seems now it's, if you retweet something they deem is offensive or whatever, you could be put in front of a judge for a tweet. Alright, let's see where this banned book room is. Oh, the flintlocks in this are great, aren't they? Where you first put the powder down the barrel and then you actually have to put the powder in a little flash, like, spark tray as well. This isn't one the key was for, though. I really like flintlocks early on in the game when I didn't have many guns and ammo, but yeah, that even though they do derpy huge damage, I find them a bit useless now as to how long the reloads take. That would be really good, Dean, but sadly I doubt they will, because what's really annoying is Bethesda basically threw the dev team that was doing this under the bus, as in originally Bethesda were kind of using this as free advertising for Fallout and to give the game a bit of publicity, but since this has come out they've refused to comment on it and all stuff like that, so people think Bethesda's probably just a bit upset that, you know, teams that aren't them can do good things with, their sort of games. You know, it's the same reason that Todd got all upset about New Vegas, because New Vegas was probably a better Fallout game than Fallout 3, and Bethesda can't have that, you know, other developers using your own game engines and that and making better games. Oh, tennis ball grenade. I guess that's kind of like a mine, little shrapnel grenade. Alright, Rich. But yeah, I really wish this would be on Xbox and like PlayStation, because it'd be great, wouldn't it? Because they could make money if they sold this, but no, they're too stubborn. And I don't mean the people who made the mod, I mean Bethesda, the fact that they couldn't possibly ever think of publishing this in any way. Do I have any books? No. Where was this banned book section they were on about? Ah, here we go. Restricted area. Only banned books key can unlock. Okay, so I've not got the banned books key. I need to find that somewhere else then. Yeah, at the moment it's funny just how much time I'm playing in this. I've not even looked at many other games recently, just because, again, it's very rare for even a paid-for game for me to be as interested in as I am in this, and yet this is you know, as this is just a mod that didn't cost anything, and according to this, if I do a new save, I am 2 days, 8 hours into this, so that's real life hours, not in-game hours, because I've slept several in-game days, you know, or something. Right, so which room can I use this key on to then, which will probably have the keys to the banned book section in it? That was chained from the other side. Go way through there. Is there a hole in the roof either? Ah yeah, hole in the roof, right. So let's go up and drop down into it. Overdue book. Oh, so I might as well return those then if there's the overdue books here. Is there a key in here or anything? Because I still need to find that key for the basement banned book section. Assuming that it's actually in the library and not on a random NPC somewhere in a different part of the game. But
Is it a hoarder, are you?
Yeah, it's annoying because the ceiling's quite low. I can't jump over there properly. Have we been in this room properly yet? A lot of the keys in this are like just kind of key rings with keys on rather than being like key card looking things. Yeah, I've not been to Buckingham Palace itself, like the inside. I think now and again it is open to the public, isn't it? But I've been to quite a few of the major places around London. So yeah, Big Ben, when you mean about that, you mean it's near the Houses of Parliament, don't you? Technically, the clock is actually called the Great Westminster Clock. It's just Big Ben is the name of the bell, if I remember right, inside it. Yeah, I've got... Spend tokens, I've got 15 tokens. Anything good I can spend them on? Let's do a toy rocket ship, because I can just about afford that with my book tokens. There we go. And the good thing with the toy rocket ship is it breaks down into, I think, a couple of good parts at a workbench. But yeah, I need to see if I can find that key. Wasn't a key, was there near one of these bodies? Oh, there we go. Banned books key. Yeah. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Alright, let's see what all these horrible banned books are in the British Library. Brave New World. That's fitting. Dr. Chicago. I imagine that would annoy communists, but I don't know how that would. Another overdue book. Overdue book. Overdue book. Regular book. Catch 22. Textbook. Oh, that sounds like there's doorbells. If you hear that, it's just a doorbell ringing. It means there's probably a parcel being delivered. It might even be Royal Mail at this time of day. I'll just have a quick look on my CCTV. Somebody else will go to the door while I'm streaming. I'm just sort of interested in who's actually coming to the door. That looks like a courier of some sort. Oh, have I picked up too many books and I can't move? Okay, let's dump some stuff I don't need. Oh, those are quite heavy, aren't they, for what they actually give you? Any other good books that look like interesting banned books? It's just a standard book. It's just a standard book. Lusty Frontier Maid, or is that a bit like the Lusty Argonian Maid? Just a parody of it from Oblivion. I wonder if there's a... Tropic Council. I wonder if there's a quest where a guy wants you to get him a load of banned books or something. 1984, well, no surprise that's in here. Carrying too much again. Right, let's just dump Catcher in the Rye. Should go shoot John Lennon. If I drop one extinguisher, I'm under the weight. Right, I better go and put all my scrap anyway in a thing now because I'm so overloaded. So I'll go to the Biggin Hill Air Base when I've got a thing on. Oh, is that a different door I've just unlocked there? Oh, this library's even bigger. Okay.
You've messed with the wrong treasure hunter and her trusty sidekick. You're out of there.
Oh, no, you just go up there, do you, to get up? Right. Oh, I didn't mean to eat the door then, I was just trying to vault up the thing, but because jump is... Yeah, there we go. Anything worth seeing up here? Really, by the look of it. An overdue book, I could hand that in for more tokens. That
Smells like cat's litter.
not really any use, but whatever. No, I'll go back to the chat because I don't want to look at the CCTV now. Yeah, I have that, but with rather than books. I do have some books like that, Rajiv, but for me it's more like overdue games on Steam, where I buy games when they're on sale and then never get round to playing them, because something like this will take my interest and I'll spend a load of my free time playing this, rather than you know, just playing through my backlogs of games I bought that were on sale. Yeah, I was wondering if books like that were in there, but no, it ended up just being just the banned books, as in ones that are, I guess, politically upsetting to authoritarian governments. Right, Nick? Right, so as soon as we're out of here, I'm just going to fast travel. Right, there we go. So fast travel to Biggin Hill Airport, and then I'm going to put all my junk in the thing there. Might as well use the traders while I'm there as well. But yeah, Rajiv, I do have a couple of books I really like. Books I actually bought at full price. I keep meaning to read and never getting around to. You know, ones that sounded really interesting at the time I bought them, and then it ended up being a case of, you know, I just completely forget to read them, or I'm not in the mood to read. That's why I like audiobooks so much, because I can listen to an audiobook and take in the information while I'm doing something like playing this, or, you know, playing a bit more of a brainless, you know, like mind-numbing game. But I like podcasts and things and audiobooks, because quite often I can be doing types of work while listening and taking in the information, whereas with a regular book I obviously can't really be reading while doing something else. Yeah, I've got my aircon on, Nick. I was at the hospital for an appointment earlier. Nothing bad. It was actually quite good because I had some results, so that was quite good. They were going through those with me. But when I was at the hospital, yeah, that was really, really hot. And yeah, when we were coming back, I think it was about 28 or so.
I'm sure I have something you need.
Let's see what you got.
Great.
Yeah, what I find, Rajiv, is like either you can listen to ambient noise, like I listen to ambient noise when I try and get to sleep, because that way I don't hear any random, just like, you know, bumps and bangs from outside or whatever. So I just listen to, you know, calming sort of ambient stuff on a loop. But yeah, when I'm playing games, I quite like audiobooks, especially like non-fiction ones, just because you're kind of learning something while you're playing a game. Again, why am I selling the ammo first? I don't know, but right. Is in Misk the yeah, Brave New Worlds and all those. Right, I'll put them in a safe location then, those. Right. In case they are needed for something. So, blueprints, that might be for something useful. Brave New World. I assume you can't read them, can you, if you actually look at them in Misk? No, they're just... What about the one that sounded like it was a porno book? Like erotica. What was that one called? Lusty Frontier Maid. Ah, I can't read it. The pages are stuck together. Right, books, I don't even know why I've got those, because they don't even scrap, apparently. I did drop all my stuff off first, didn't I? Right, okay. So let's get all the stuff out the Misk I can get out the Misk, because that way it's not filling my inventory up with stuff I don't need. Coasters I can't get rid of. Again, I still haven't finished that quest, because I haven't found the trader I need to find to get the thing. Does pre-war money take up any weight? No. At least it doesn't take up weight. Is that all the books? Howl and Other Poems. That was a book. Dr. Chicago's a book. Zivago, however it's pronounced. Right, okay, that's all my bits stored from there. Yeah, I think it's just certain people prefer certain things. Like, books are the best if you can read them in an environment where nothing's kind of getting to you, and then your imagination, I think, works the best with books compared to anything else, compared to like audiobooks and films for obvious reasons, because it's how you imagine it in your head. It's just with books, I find you have to have like a quiet enough thing that you can actually sit down and read and not be interrupted. That's annoying, Nick. Yeah, the doctor I saw today said when I first came in for an appointment, she's like, apologies, I'm just going to stand in front of my fan for about 20 seconds and cool down because of how hot it is. And I thought, it's not as hot in the hospital as this room gets without my aircon running. But yeah, I feel bad for her being... Oh yeah, 'cause she said the windows don't open in her room, that was it, because obviously, like, it's one of those health and safety in case people commit suicide type things. Oh yeah, word that YouTube might demonetise the stream for. But if people commit Southside, the hospital has that thing where you can't have a jumper because they've made it like any of the high floor windows don't open very far, or like they don't open at all. And because she was on a high up floor, it was just like one of those airtight little office rooms, I imagine. Right, I was going to see if the clinic guy had any stim packs and radaways. I'll definitely buy those for other items I don't need. Be good in one of the patches if they cut out all that stuff there, where it's like Fallout 4 dialogue, it just doesn't get used, you have to wait for it. Right, Radaway 6 and Stimpack 6. Right, that's 1,860 amount of money. So let's get rid of anything I don't need. Right, my aid. Beer. Again, the annoying thing is I want to do that quest where I can not have to think about keeping any of the drugs for a bit. I still can't find that NPC. I'll have a look for him actually in a minute. As I said, I might stream this for a while because I like this game so much. Purified water. Oh, Purified Thames water. I'll show you that in a thing, but I think that's meant to be a reference to Abe's Exodus. That it looks like Soulstorm Brew. Don't need pepper or any other things like that. Indian food's just a packet item, so I'll sell that. Thanks. Right, what I was going to sell was all that pre-war money, there we go, and ammo for the guns I don't actually use. So, fusion cells, gamma rounds, plasma cartridge, railway spike, shape charge, and shotgun shells, although I've got shotguns, I'm not really using them at the moment. Right, flamer fuel I don't use either, so that will be a good one, yeah, because flamer fuel is quite cheap to craft, and it's a good way of just getting caps. I see if field point arrows vary much from ornate arrows, but they're probably just ones meant to be, yeah, like a regular back garden archery type one. That's like a traditional arrow, isn't it? The ornate arrow. Right, that will do then. So,
Hey, let me see that.
let's see if there's anything else I can cook out of all the stuff in my inventory. Yeah, I can get some more dirty water. Yeah, we were on about that earlier, Rich, with the thing of, yeah, like, even retweeting something now can potentially get you arrested and charged. But, weirdly, it doesn't apply to government people that have made offensive tweets in the past or have retweeted misinformation. Even though you could have said the rioting got a bit worse because of the Hope Not Hate guy, whatever his name is. He'd retweeted stuff and said that like there were British men going around throwing acid on Muslim women that turned out to be completely made up. But then he didn't get in trouble for that, even though that might have riled some Muslims up into becoming vigilantes. So why is it that if it's a lefty type person that makes stuff up, again, like I said, I'm actually pretty neutral on all this sort of shit. I'm, you know, pretty centre ground. But why is it that they're only punishing the right wing for it? Why aren't they punishing everybody else? Why isn't the law evenly applied? Yeah, anyway, so I was just going to show you the thing before I put it away. So with all the unique items that are Easter eggs, I kind of don't want to bin them away. So it was purified Thames water, wasn't it? So I reckon that's meant to be like Soulstorm Brew from Oddworld Abe's Exodus. It's like the right colour, right shaped bottle, and it's just obviously the lid doesn't say Soulstorm Brew on it, it just says Sterling. But yeah, I reckon that is meant to be Soulstorm Brew. Right, so that was My Aid Purified Thames Water, wasn't it? See while I'm at a workbench if I can, or ammo, have I got an ammo crafting bench here? Yeah, is there anything else I can craft? Oh, okay. 303 rounds, let's make those of what I've got. Okay, and other ammo, flamer fuel. I can make 15 bits of flamer fuel, so let's do that, because like I said, flamer fuel is really easy money. So you're just basically making a fuel that you can keep on you that doesn't weigh you down in this mode, but is worth money. Oh, I might as well make some more arrows. Stone point arrow, I can't make one of those because they need concretes. Oh, broadheads! Gun up rank 2. Alright, but broadheads might be cool, so I guess they're more damaging than let's just use up all my steel making broadheads, and then I'll swap my bow to use broadheads, because I want to see if these do more damage than regular ones. Oh, and I've leveled up as well, that's cool. Oh, and there's some combat going on. Right, I think to change arrows in your bow, you can't, I think you have to change the bow's arrow type at a workbench. I think, because, oh there we go, they've beaten all those dryads back. That's quite a few. Yeah, exactly, Rich. Very authoritarian. So Keir Stalin should be his name now, not Keir Starmer, Keir Stalin. And I suppose he did purge the Labour Party, a bit like Stalin purged the Communist Party. That's pretty cool. I know you can do that on the M40 as well, can't you, with the right sort of tool. But anyway, I was going to change my bow to the other thing. Oh, have I got a weapons workbench here or not? Or is that in the thing? Yeah, there's my weapons workbench. So yeah, with the bows, to make them more powerful you can increase the draw weight, but you need to have, like, you know, a skill thing for each one. So for the maximum one you need rank 5 rifleman, rank 2 sniper. But at the moment, every time I get rifleman I can put increase the draw weight of the bow, which is good. That just increases the damage. I don't think it makes it any slower to fire in the game. Right, so I want to change the type of arrow I'm using. I don't know. Maybe I don't do it with this thing then. Okay, how do I change the type of arrow that the bow is using? So I want to try these broadheads. I suppose I could sell a load of the arrows I currently have and then see if I can get the broadheads working with it. Yeah, at least the USSR exactly didn't have a housing crisis, you're right. I have to go through this again.
Could use some supplies, actually.
Yeah, the bow is only in Fallout London. I don't know if there's a bow in 76, because I've not played Loaded 76 and they constantly do like DLC for it. But yeah, the bows in Fallout anyway, in normal games was added in Fallout London, because somebody on the chat one of the days was on about like the type of coding they used on the bow for like the arrows dropping and that at a distance. Right, so I was going to sell the arrows, wasn't I? So he's got 897 caps, and I've got 500 broadheads. So let's first sell all that flame fuel I'm not going to use that I've crafted. Right, ornate arrows. So I can sell him. Let's sell him 747 arrows because I'll get one. Not caps in this, is it? It's London Underground tickets. Right. So now I need to figure out how I change the ammo my bow is using. Cannot equip the sight. Why not? Yeah, so how do I switch ammo? I'm just going to Google it quickly on my phone. Assuming this isn't a new feature they've added for this mod and I don't have to do it. Call out for switch ammo type. Maybe just search Fallout London instead. Fallout London. Change arrows. Yeah, I can see like wiki pages that say there's various types of arrows, but none of them seem to say I actually change them. And apparently because Fallout 4 by default doesn't have a way of, you know, it's only one type of ammo per gun, there's not like slugs and different type of thing. Right, 409. So that's going to be those. What if I drop those? What will the bow do now? It just won't work. Or does certain bows use certain types of arrows, maybe? So is it always ornate arrows for this bow? And like different types of bows use different types of arrows? So again, if I go on the weapons workbench and have a look at... I suppose because it's an ornate bow, it uses ornate arrows, maybe. Right, okay. So I need to find a different type of bow to use the broadheads. Right. Okay, so that makes kind of sense. Even though it doesn't make sense with a real bow, it makes sense to me in game now. But if I go to Camelot, is there a trader that sells bows? Because around Camelot they all run around with bows rather than anything else. I'll go down here and see if I can see any dead Camelot guys with bows, and then I'll take their bow. Because I want to try my broadheads out. Oh, the game's crashed. Right, we'll carry on playing. I'm just going to relaunch it once it's finished doing its little sync. Because yeah, I've massively reduced the crashes in this by using the buff out or whatever it's called mod, but it still does crash this game. It's not perfect, but again, it's a mod that's free, that's huge in scale, and you know, like everything they've tried to do with it. Very, very ambitious mod, so I can't really blame the developers. You know, the more they patch it and fix things, good. But you know, it's still amazing that this thing actually came out. So we've got the infinite windows there. Look, ooh, it's showing all a screen recording a screen recording a screen recording a screen. Right, let's hope that after the loading screen the game isn't crashed anymore. There we go. So it was at this place, right, what have I got in my inventory still? Was this save just literally before I fast travelled? Yeah. Right, okay, let's save again. I'll just do a proper save as well. Then we'll try and travel back to the Camelot area. Happy Endings Caravan Park. It's not crashed. Right. So all around this area of the map you get the Camelot people. I've not been to Scavenger House yet, and I've not been to Royal Armament Silo or Great Oak Tree House. So let's put a marker on there. And hopefully this will actually is on the proper location rather than being close to it like the other one. You just randomly drop an arrow. I might as well use this really cheap 32 ammo for these sort of guys. Come on, land a hit. It's on the other side of this pond, and I bet the pond's horribly radioactive, so I won't jump in there. I'll go off and on the chat again as well, because sometimes, like I said, the annoying thing of YouTube is these chats break, where I have to basically close the stream, reopen it, reopen the chat, and otherwise people's messages won't show up. But it looks like Nat's message was the most recent message, it's just I don't know that without checking. Because it would be nice if they could just have a YouTube app for your phone that actually worked properly, you know, and kept the chat refreshed, but... I see it, so this is like a silo as in a missile silo rather than anything else. What happens if I jump in? Do I just die of radiation poisoning? Yeah. Oh, hang on. There's a loading screen. Interesting. Is that pump? Oh, yeah, let's do the pump. Am I going to drown though? Right, is there a way of getting this water level down? So I've hit the pump, but so it looks like it should be an area you can explore, but I don't know how I'd be able to pump the water out. Alright, I'll load up that save before I jumped in, because this wasn't what I was going to be doing anyway. Right, enjoy your Subnautica. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's just because the problems with YouTube chat is if I don't get any messages in a while, I don't know if it's just where I can't see people at my end because the chat's broken, or if people just aren't talking. Because there's no way of finding that out because of how they've done. Let's go to the Royal Armaments Depot and see what it is. There's that tree thing that's directly north of me. That's behind a little wall, isn't it? So, where's that? Way underneath that bridge. Yeah. Right, so let's go to that tree icon first, see what that is.
Come, companion.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know if it still does it, but because I've had so many streams where I think nobody's talking, and then I find out I've missed loads of messages, because, yeah, YouTube's just done that stupid thing of, They could have anything I want with them. So what's that tree? That's Kennington Park. There we go. I don't think there's actually much to see here, it's just it was a landmark, so I thought I'd go to it. Right, so we want to go to that bunker I've put on the map over there. See what that is. Ah, you're back on desktop now. That's alright, Ben, I'm still going to be on for a bit because I enjoy playing Fallout London. So although I've been on an hour and a bit, I'll still stay on probably another... If my voice doesn't go or anything, I'll stay on another 30 plus minutes.
Dryad! I've read legends.
You fought them loads of times, love. It's interesting the first time you say it, but you still definitely fought them. Oh, there's a lot of them. Right, Bren gun to the rescue. Gonna chew up all my 303 ammo now, no doubt. Assassin who would have been left out. That's a robot, so that's fine. It's not an aggressive robot. It's some sort of glow in the dark. Yeah, about the Ratnik Watch. What about it? I did check, by the way, and it is a Vostok Amphibious movement. It's just that they've mirrored the thing to have the winding bit on the left side rather than the right, so it doesn't get in the way of your wrist if you're lifting your wrist up. And I did as well, since doing the video, I did check, and you can, I think I put this in the description, the 9 PM to 12 AM sort of thing does work, so quickly wind it as well. There's another thing I did find out. So yeah, it is a Vostok amphibian movement essentially, with a like I said, a new case on it and everything else. Although the case isn't actually rated. Oop, let's say the case isn't rated to go as deep as a Vostok amphibia is. But yeah, well, ask your question if YouTube lets it through. Right, so that bunker's on the other side of that little fence. Right, let's do a save here and see if there's any way inside this depot. Again, hardly read, and it's an accessible door. Right, I'm just going to load my save because that's a stupid amount of rads and I can't get through the door, so there we go. Right, load the save and hope it doesn't crash. I mean, I've streamed Call of Pripyat and SOC before. I'm hoping by the time I've finished doing those two games, what I was going to say will actually be out. Stalker 2 will be out, because I definitely want to stream a load of Stalker 2. The weekend it was meant to be coming out recently, the one in September, or, you know, it was like near the end of the week in September. I booked that weekend off work, hoping that I could then just binge it over the weekend. But annoyingly, they've pushed the release date back to November now, so can't do that. Oh, my quick save was filled back in my fault. Anyway, let's go that bunker, and then this time I'm just not going in it, I'm just going to
Time?
like I said, I'm amazed how many hours I'm putting into this and still really enjoying it. Oh, hello. These foxes have way more health than they normally do, because they never normally give you 45 XP, either. So maybe the foxes in this area of the map are really scary. Red Widow Bloodbug, that doesn't sound nice. Yeah, level 18 bugs, right. Oh, yeah, that's doing quite a bit of damage to me. Yeah, I've got it pre-ordered, but I didn't actually have to pay for the pre-order, which was nice. One of my friends bought it me as a Christmas present, like a year or so ago when it was meant to be coming out, you know, like even before the last pushback date. So I do really appreciate that I've been gifted it. It's just a funny thing that it's like one of those Christmas presents of, oh, I'll gift you this and then you'll be able to play this in a couple of months, and then no, because they kept delaying it. I want to remove my custom marker, don't I? Oh, Battersea Cats and Dogs Home. Should we have a look at that? Let's see what's in Battersea Cats and Dogs Home. For people who don't know, it's an animal charity that rescues, as the name implies, cats and dogs. But I wonder if there's some very bleak, horrible, weird thing to it because it's in Fallout. Yeah, some of the map here is a bit not where it would be, Rajiv, because Battersea Power Station is... I've been there before. I thought I was in this area. Yeah, Battersea Power Station is there, but where Camelot is, I did look on the real map where Camelot's based. Like, you know, because it's an actual, just a building they've called Camelot in the game. And that is actually, I think, way further west than it would have been. So it seems like in London, nearly all the landmarks are where they should be, but when some stuff's set on the outskirts of London, that's where they jump around a lot more. That's good they got rehomed. Yeah, we have that problem at the Blue Cross sometimes, that, you know, sometimes people, you know, like the animals need to go into care, but you just have the problem that you're completely full. That's why it's quite good that a lot of charities like the RSPCA, Blue Cross, I assume, like, not so much for Battersea Cats and Dogs, that's more for London itself, but, you know, that sort of thing, they work with each other quite well now. So, you know, quite often you almost trade animals in foster, where you'd say, you know, we've got room at our shelter for this, do you have room at that, and you just sort of move stuff around for the best things you can do with each shelter. I wonder if the tube station's here for this. We'll go have a look in a second.
My senses are tingling.
Yeah, I thought the power station was an art gallery, or is that one of the other power stations they turned into, like, the Tate Modern? So I thought the Tate Modern was one of those power stations. I know some of the sounds they used for this are reused from other things, because one of the blokes who did some of the sounds was saying, you know, like, sometimes the best sounding thing they could find wasn't actually the thing that should be for the thing, if that makes sense. I suppose it's a bit like in the thing when you make a shotgun racking noise, they might, you know, make one that just sounds the coolest on the sound effect rather than being the correct one for the shotgun you're using.
I smelled worse, but not much worse.
Yes, nice.
There is a lot of dogs in here, I suppose. Sadly, I'm killing all of them. But that will give me a lot of dog meat to eat. So, there we go. Yeah, so most of the enemies in this area are all dogs rather than people. That's kind of interesting. Right, there's still apparently a load of enemies upstairs, so we'll go see what that looks like in a minute. Oh, there's a turret that's just locked onto me, so once I finish picking this I'll work out where that is and destroy it. Oh, there we go. Right, so there's still an upper floor somewhere. Let's figure out how I get over there, because it says most of the enemies are on the floor above me. I can level up again, good. What level is it for Cannibal 3? Level 38. Oh, it's still quite a while away from that. So yeah, it restores way more health. I might as well get my luck to actually luck 10. There we go. So I fully lucked out my luck. And the cool thing in this is if you have an item that boosts your luck, that will boost it to a value greater than 10. So if I have an armour, say, that says gives you +2 to luck, now I've got 10 luck, that actually gives you 12 luck. Or I can't remember in normal Fallout if it lets you do that, or if it just caps everything at 10 even if you've got buffs. So, yeah, let's figure out where the staircase is in here. Or a lift, because if the enemies haven't all come down to start fighting me, it might be that they can't interact with whatever's, would have pulled them down. Let's go back to where I was near the front door. On the left side either, so it is going to be through this broken little wall, I guess. Oh, she's got me stuck. Okay, so can I knock these barrels over? Are these just ah yeah, that'll be it. There we go. Head on the carrot. Oh, a claymore. Oh, what's that stats for a claymore? Oh, it's much lower stats. Oh, it's a shame that bladed halberd. This claymore looks cool, but yeah, it's not much damage, is it? 36. I'll see if I can do some upgrades to it, but yeah, the halberd seems a lot better. Right, okay. There's a guy over there. Stuck in a cage. Legendary hooligan. There we go. Right. Radiated automatic crude gun. Okay, there's 50 points. Oh, this looks even better than my current one. So rather than the double damage crude gun I've got, this one does 50 points of radiation damage. That's 63 damage. Right, I'm going to get that and start upgrading it at my base, because that actually looks really, really useful. Now I do know some enemies in this game are immune to radiation damage, but still, having a thing that works a bit like the rad rifle or whatever it's called from Fallout 4 would be quite cool. So this bit is basically me playing as an ATF agent, I guess. Maybe the people here didn't register their gun properly, hence why I've had to kill them and their dogs. Well, he's phased through a wall. Three enemies left, apparently. One. Another dog that's behind that cage. Don't know if I can actually shoot through that cage. No. I'll just go off and on the comments again, because it's not showing any new messages for the last 5 minutes, which may or may not be correct, but again, I won't know about checking. Oh, no, yeah, YouTube this time did stop a load of comments coming through, right. So the last comment that showed up was the bolt action that Nat said. So, Battersea Power Station is a shopping centre now. So Tate Modern's a different building, is it then, Rajiv? Yeah. Yeah. Is the PMG decent for using rifles? It's not awful, Ben. It's mostly forward-looking, the PMG. And it was fine for all the Soviet troops it was issued for, so yeah, PMG's not bad for rifles. ATF simulator, yep, exactly. Could you go inside Dog's home, Al? That's where I am at the moment, if you're about... if I'm in the Battersea Cats and Dogs home at the moment, where I've been killing all these animals. If that's what you're on about. Like I said, it's not a very nice thing to do, but they're all aggressive dogs. So I will be cooking all of them afterwards. Not that I do that to a real dog, but in a game, if you kill them and they give you meat, why not? Oh, hello, who's this? Free prisoner. Yes. Why is there a random tramp-looking guy there? Okay. How very odd. Is this guy just looking on in horror at what I've done to all the dogs? Yeah, mate, all those dogs are dead.
Ooh, I love old stuff.
Right, back out of this building. Sadly, I doubt that pub will be the one in here opposite here, but we'll have a look. There are a lot of pubs in London that are modelled in the game, like the more famous older ones. And also because in the game each pub gives you a coaster, which gives you a unique points buff if you find a coaster in each of the bars. Right, so if there were any other buildings around here, they'd show up just on my little thing. Let's just remove that. So there's Old Cheese of Cheshire pub I've been in before. I think I've grabbed the thing from that, but that's pretty close to here. Is that southwest or so? Yeah, southwest. Yeah, southwest, so it'll be in that direction. That's not a gate I can open, that's all. I like both. I mean, for actual how good they are, ARs are better than AKs. But I just have kind of always liked AKs. It's the sort of thing where if I was in America, I'd like to open both and shoot both. But in terms of accuracy and everything, the AR platform is much better. It's just AKs are quite nice, crude guns that just keep running. Yeah, I put like 18 amounts of nutchucks, whatever it was. What direction was it for the, just down there. And then I could also cheat and say I really like the VZ58. Because the VZ or VZ58 is that really, really good check thing that's not actually an AK, it just looks a lot like an AK. In 7.62 by 39mm. Or is that around the other bit there, yeah. Anyway, where was I going to go now? Oh, I was trying to get a bow, wasn't I, before I got distracted. So I want to go to the scavenging out. I'll tell you what, if I first travel to the processing plant, let's put that as an icon first. We'll go to there, then we'll go south. Troopers Elite, yeah, I've seen it. Elite Force about boat, or whatever they're called. Yeah, I haven't seen Elite Force 2, but I've seen the first Elite Force. Yep, seen it. In there, seen it. But yeah, that's just, but yeah, I'd seen that quite a long time ago. I've heard that from people either the second one's really good or the second one's really crap, so I'll need to make sure I find a copy of the second one and see what I think of it. I don't always remember the bit in that where he has a go at the guy for not having a sling on his rifle, because then if you need to pull, like, you know, a wounded teammate, you can't pull them if you've got not being able to sling your rifle. I can always remember that bit. Oh, I was going to upgrade my gun as well, wasn't I? So, I will find that processing plant place next. Just down this direction. Assuming it's just meant to be some sort of nuclear waste dump where I am at the moment, hence why I keep getting all the rads and there's all these barrels here. So yeah, that processing part's going to be that, but I'm going to need to find a way around this big wall. It doesn't really make a difference, Ben, it just depends where you like the centre of gravity on your mask. Retrofitting centre, I've been in here. It doesn't show us a building on the map though. But yeah, it's personal preference, like, again, because it's a filter if it's on the wrong side means you can't cheek weld a rifle properly with shouldering a rifle. But if you then also have a filter on the bottom, it means it can like knock the mask away from your head if you like look downwards. So it's kind of a swings and roundabout thing. There's not really a right answer. Oh. So like my personal thing I like is masks that have the side filters but they have a blanking plug, so you can just put a filter on the left, right side or both and then decide where you want it yourself, kind of thing. But yeah, I found, like I said, and that's the main thing I found with some of my masks that have bottom filters, is that you really can't look down very well, especially if you've got body armour on as well, that then, adds more bulk to your chest. Yeah, I'll have to check out the second one then. Like I said, I've not actually seen the second one, just the first one. What's this building then? So they made an ambulance that actually makes an ice cream van only to get hit by an ambulance. That's kind of two of the same thing, that one. The people making these decisions are completely out of touch with reality, yeah, they're politicians. Yeah, totally flawless cheek fit. Again, cheek filters aren't bad if they're compact, but the problem is they're really awkward to change and everything, aren't they? It's the same messages on this terminal as the other one. No, it's a different one. That's the other one we just read. Right. Oh well, is that just a way of are they just really efficient fans or something?
More fuses.
Right. Okay. Does it go anywhere?
Nothing. I hate it when they beg. It's just you. Fire.
All things always done alone.
Keeper's manual. Oh, so that's meant to be like a Haynes manual, look. That's cool. So a rip-off of a Haynes manual called a Gibbs manual. I guess that's about it for this building.
Going up. Main assembly line.
Yeah, I mean, you get that with a few companies, don't you? Yeah, where it's the product's good, but it's not that good that it's worth however much they charge over their competitors or whatever for a similar thing. Wait, which was the door I came in at? No, I haven't looked at this one. Ah, so that's interesting. So they were converting proper fusion, like powered futuristic cars from Fallout into ones that ran on standard fuel, so they could actually use them. Oh, this sounds a bit now like the electric car thing and like all the ULEZ stuff that they're having to pay to change their car sort of engine. I'll read the chat in a second once I finish reading all these. Yeah, it goes up to October, doesn't it? 'Cause that's when the war happened. it's the last day before the nuclear war anyway, and he wouldn't have known. One day from retirement. Yeah, I've played games with steering wheels and that before, but I'm not massively into racing games, so I don't have a steering wheel at the moment. Well, there's probably one in the attic somewhere, but you know. It's not the sort of thing where I bother with a racing wheel and pedals. A lot of the time when I play racing games, I like it just on easy in a sense, where I don't even have to shift the clutch and that. Ah, cool. I'll have a look, Roger, when I finish the stream. Right, let's try and work out how the hell I'm meant to get down there. There we go. So what does the processing plant do? Is it fuel processing or something else? Because we already know the human corpse processing plant is the dog food factory. I'm going to just carry on from here now because I haven't got that much time left to stream. So I'm going to go down to this scavenger house. The A205 is just going to be a road, isn't it? So, well, I haven't found that yet. That's probably not very interesting for a stream. But what I will do is quickly see if I can get a bow, like a conventional bow, not the ornate bow for use of those arrows. I have to get from this side. Probably one with the lights outside the door.
Someone there?
Shot her in the face because he... Oh, get away, woman. Okay. No, the radiation one I've got is better than that one. Right. I like how this is actually a realistically sized UK house as well. Like, look how small this is. You've literally got, yeah, like your 2 upstairs bedrooms or whatever. Maybe the other one was another bedroom or a toilet, let's say, you can't get into, probably a toilet. And then, yeah, you've got your, like, living room / kitchen, and that's it, because it's a UK sized house. Right, okay, so let's put the marker to the A205 just because I'm near it. I might as well go over it while I'm on the stream just because I'm close to it. No point. But I imagine it will just be like the edge of the road, which is the marker. Yeah, well, over here there's still stupid money. like a lot of these houses are still £300,000 plus than that in the UK, which is why lots of us can't afford to get on the housing ladder, because the price of houses goes up more year than more each year than the wages does. Plus you're having to pay for other stuff like food and heating and whatever else. So yeah, it ends up being one of those like impossible situations where even really cheap crappy housing is a fortune. I did hear somebody make a joke the other day on a comment that made me laugh, because where the Russians are obsessed with constantly talking about how Britain's sabotaging them, an evil Anglo-Saxon, somebody says, I'm glad that in Britain, no matter how expensive our housing gets, we always live rent-free in Putin's head. I thought, oh, that's funny. Sort of. Oh, hello. I want to get through that spitting one first, don't I? Wherever that's called. There. There's its face. Head, there we go. Oh, I'm dead. Right, where was my last save before I went into this horribly irradiated ditch? Yeah, there's loads of things, isn't there, Rajiv, that's really annoying in terms of how much stuff costs and like stuff going up in price because of other things like that. The only new builds I've been to that were really nice is in, because like a lot of new builds have quality problems, don't they, essentially, which might sound really weird, because you'd think a new build would be better, but just where, again, companies do them on the cheap because they know people are forced to pay for them. But it was, I'm trying to remember which UK town it was, but they had like a load of new like seaside houses built, and they all like had quite a modern look, but they weren't like just generic, like modern looking houses. They were much kind of like big open bay window kind of things, and they also had a thing, where like each house, when the builders made them, were a different like bright colour. Ah, okay, yep. Right, let's stay on this bit rather than jumping down there again. There we go, I've discovered the road now, right. So yeah, that is just because you're parallel to the road. Alright, if I head east from here, I'm hoping I'll run into some Camelot guys fighting like monsters or another faction or whatever, and then I can hopefully see if any dead ones drop a bow. But yeah, I will be off in about 10 minutes or so, because I'll have been on probably 2 hours plus by that point. And my throat is getting a bit dry now. At least the aircon's doing its job today, which is nice. Is that a thing I've discovered? Oh, it's Pindar. I think I must have located that. Oh no, you've not discovered this location. Okay, let's go to Pindar. Because I'm in the right area of the map now for the Camelot people. Hopefully I'll just run into some. But yeah, I've got that particular gun I need to upgrade now, that irradiating one, because that sounds really useful. I mean, I know it doesn't work. Oh, bloat mother. Creepy looking bloat mother. Yeah, although I think again it depends, because in some buildings where they have aircon, they also have dehumidifiers, and that dries your throat out. But yeah, I've been to a few places where, yeah, they've had, like, you know, I've had a really dry sort of sore throat after a while because they've got loads and loads of, you know, like dehumidifier. Like some galleries do that, which is a bit annoying. I know why they do it, to preserve the pictures, but it is annoying if you're in there. It's really uncomfortable to actually be in, like, a really sort of airtight room. Must be awful to work in one of those places. Where's the entrance to the Pindar then? Because the Pindars are like the bunkers in this game. Ah, there it is. Oh, hello. Yeah, because that's another annoying thing with restaurants, isn't it? Sometimes they have it, you know, it's nice for them to have, like, aircon in this kind of weather, but sometimes, yeah, it's just turned up so high that it's not, instead of just bringing the temperature back down to a pleasant temperature, it's, like, actively cold. I thought there'd been more to this place. This is just like a tunnel, really. Oh, there we go. Right, so yeah, I'll be off in a minute. I know I said I was going to try and find a bow and that, but there's just too much to do in this game when you try and actually fix on doing something without, like, really being strict about doing it in this game. Because it's just, you go, oh, there's something here to look at, there's something here to look at. Oh, I thought it was keys. I assume this is meant to be the air filtration room. factory slash office in here. Is that the building I've looked in around now? Anything I can do at the chemistry station at night? Drug. I don't suppose I can make Wonderland, can I? Because that's what I really need. If I get Chemist rank 1, I can make Crack and Pop specials, or get that next time I level up, then I can finish that bloody quest that's been annoying me. Unless there's actually just a trader at Camelot that sells bows. Alright, before I go off, because I said I'd finish it around there, I'm just going to fast travel to Camelot, which is like the Camelot faction, like King Arthur's Knights, whatever they are basically one of the factions a bit like Caesar's Legion, but not evil, but you know, they're like all using like old armour and swords rather than using modern equipment. So if I fast travel to Camelot, and I want to see if in the market at Camelot there is actually somebody that sells bows. Batman symbol. The Camelot symbol I know in this, but I can't see it because it's foggy. That's kind of clever. Because at night that shows up really well, but... Right, so is there a weapons trader here? Oh, it's a mini.
Hail, mate.
Clinic.
Need help?
Your face doesn't match your body in terms of skin tan. But
What? See?
she doesn't sell Wonderland either. Oh, that's annoying. Right, let's sell any of the things I don't need. Oh, but she can't afford that. Fuck it, I'm just going to sell all of them just to get rid of these bits from my inventory.
Looking for good deals? Take a look.
So, he sells a Union Jack flag, but he doesn't sell a bow. I want a bow. My weapons are in, but I'm going to sell the claymore because I don't want that. Pulse mine, sell that. Don't need to exterminate that. Don't need the combat helmet. Don't need that either. There we go. Well, from the Holy Grail, do you mean? Raju.
Request continues.
Or is there a musical version of the Holy Grail as well? Does this trader have?
Take a look.
The thing I always remember from that is bravely run away, away, bravely run away, away. What have I got here I can get rid of? I'm going to get rid of any of the things that give you rads. Tea bag aren't very good on their own. Sugar, milk, shepherd's pie, sardines. She's got 202 things, so I don't want to go over that. But is that it? Oh no, I've got dog food. Right, let's get rid of all the dog food. keep recording here, so I need that for that particular quest. I know I can get it easily, but still. But I still need to find somebody who sells weapons. I'd have thought in Camelot there'd have been like a bow trader or something. See, because they're walking around with bows, so evidently you can get the bows they use.
Vigilant.
But I don't want to kill one of those and get done for it. I still need to find where I can... Right. What's this building here? Oh, it's inaccessible. Okay. Right, okay, I am going off in just a moment, but what I'm just going to do is travel back to Lambeth Walk, or I'll just do it on the airfield actually, you can do it on either. So I'll go back to Biggin Hill Airfield. That was down there. Oh, it's all the way over there, isn't it? For the airfield. Right, go to the airport, hand in, put all my stuff into the scrap pile, and I want to see if I can just get an upgrade to that gun before I forget it exists. Yeah, I know, Rajiv, I'm saying this game's very addicting. Like I said, it's great for a free game. But yeah, so I want to just go to the camp I've got here, hand this in, and just the last thing I want to do before I go is upgrade that gun. I got like one of the, you know, like ones where it's dropped by a monster that does unique stats, because I want to, that will be better than my current like 32 gun. So that's that one, irradiated one. So change the standard receiver to a... Isn't that 32 already? It is 32. So what's the difference between that and the current one? Well, if I put a semi-automatic receiver on it, it does more damage, so I'll just put the semi-automatic receiver on it. That's still 52, good. Long barrel, yeah, I want the long barrel. Short stock. Full stock versus recoil compensating stock. Yeah, I'll get the recoil compensating stock, actually sounds better. Large magazine, drum mag. Iron sights. Let's put that to reflex sight dot, because I found that was the best for this gun. And bayonet, very rarely in this game bash using things. So I've just put a full range. I'll just keep it as it is. Right, so then we'll exit that one, and there we go. I've got now assigned to a key the better version, because before I have the two-shot one, which is good because it does like it fires 2 bullets, but for every 1 bullet you fire. So basically, it just doubles the damage in a sense, that one. But that's 38 damage total, and in theory, this one is 69 damage total if you count the radiation damage, because sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But I will replace that one. But that other one I'm not going to sell. I'm just going to put into here because it's quite a good weapon. And I don't want to get rid of it and then realise I really want it back. Right, but that'll do me for streaming today because I've been on over 2 hours. So have a good day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. I've got some gas masks that have turned up to do some videos on, so when I get some free time during the week, there'll be some more gas mask videos. Right, have a good day, everybody.